What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Papoose been hustling for a very long time, longer than y'all would probably even imagine, man. I think the first Papoose sightings came like in 1997 or something like that on a Coogee rap tape or something like that. So this dude been in the industry making his rounds for almost 30 years at this point. Hit the mixtape scene in the early 2000s, got signed to DJ K-Slay, did a lot of moves independently, got signed to a $1.5 million deal back in like 2006, 2007 era. Things didn't seem to work out with the label as well as it could have. He's been independent ever since, but now he's no longer just an artist. He is now a music executive. All right, so for the past year or so, he's been promoting Tunecore very heavily. I was wondering what his position was because they've been using him for endorsements, and he's been plastered as like the face of Tunecore for about a year now. So I'm like, is he a part of the company? Does he just have an endorsement deal, brand sponsorship, or whatever? But he's actually been given an executive position as the head of hip hop and rap. So basically he's going to be handling artist relations, scouting new talent, holding workshops, music education, meetups, and things of that nature, all through the Tunecore platform, you know what I'm saying, and trying to direct artists to come join Tunecore as the premier digital distribution option. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are critical of Tunecore. I've been critical in the past. They've made a lot of good changes. I just talked about this the other day when I was talking about Russ and his philosophy on Tunecore. They've changed to an unlimited plan. You can easily pay like $10 a month and release an unlimited amount of music. You're not going to be paying per album, per single. They took all of that stuff out. That's the base. The pro plan that they have, I think it's like $30 a month, which is not crazy. That's not bad either. So they've made some really good changes that are more equitable for artists who don't have large budgets, who can't just keep paying every time they want to release music to their fans or try to get some traction behind them. Not to mention, since the company's inception in 2006, they've actually paid out over $3 billion in royalties to independent artists. So they're definitely a powerhouse. They were the premier option many years ago. DistroKid came into the fold and, you know, switched up the game. If I'm not mistaken, the creator of Tunecore now works at DistroKid. So, you know, they came and shook a lot of things up, but I see Tunecore definitely stepping back into a position of power, prominence, and they're doing so with an independent artist that has seen every level. You know what I'm saying? He was independent before it was cool to do it. He signed to a label, got a big advance, and he saw the pitfalls of that. He's been independent for a very long time. He was playing with the idea of completely retiring from hip hop. I think his last project was supposed to have been his last one. However, he's got some new music still on the way that's actually in the course of dropping. But I want to go ahead and show you guys a couple videos of Papoose actually talking about his new position at Tunecore, what to expect from him, and just showing his joy that he's receiving. I think that's the biggest takeaway from this, man. From somebody like me who's followed his career from the beginning, seen all the moves he's made, seen other artists that came in when he did that don't have executive positions at any company, that are still at the crib putting out records and not knowing how they're going to get their next meal or where they're going to get their next performance update or anything like that. Papoose has been an underdog for a long time. When people talk about premier lyricists from New York, his name doesn't really come up in the conversation, even though he's always been light years ahead of a lot of people that were in his same class. So for me, this is like super inspiring for somebody like myself that's in the content space, that's in the music space, that's in the songwriting space. You know, looking at Papoose, that gives me a lot of hope for myself that I can end up in one of those executive positions as well one of these days, because I'm doing a lot for the independent music community, man. I just need y'all to support me, you know what I mean, as much as I support y'all and help give y'all game. But anyway, let me get to Papoose video.
Today is a very special day. I feel blessed and humbled to announce to y'all I am the head of hip hop at the best, biggest distributor for all independent artists across the planet, Tunecore. Big plans for 2023. Get ready.
Tunecore is just the best option for all artists. You know, Tunecore puts the artist first. You have a lot of different distributors, but unfortunately, they don't put the artist first. And I'm speaking from my own experience. I've been on major labels. I've had the $1 million plus deal. You know, don't waste your time being a slave to nobody else when you can do it yourself. You know, it feels hopeless when you're working hard in the studio and you're releasing your music, and when it's time for you to make that return on your investment, you're feeling like you're coming up short, but it's not your fault. And that's what I'm trying to explain. Some of these distributors, they're telling you, hey, we give you 100%, but they have a middleman and they're cutting the money. And that revenue that you're getting is not the true revenue. So I feel like, I don't really blame the artists for not knowing, for the lack of knowledge. That's why I'm here. That's part of my job, to create awareness. A lot of artists don't.
So there you have it, man. The word straight out of the horse's mouth, Papoose. He let you know what it is, all right? He even put out his actual work email, okay? Papoose@tunecore.com, where artists can submit demos, reach out for brand ambassadorships, reach out for any kind of connections that you need, artist relations. And he's saying that he'll get back to you and possibly do some work with you. Now, I don't know how real that is. I don't know how much time he's actually going to be spending in that email. I will hope a lot for this new position, because if he's not bringing in clientele and not bringing in a roster of artists, I don't know how long they're going to keep him up there. Again, this is just a super inspiring situation, man. I'm probably going to reach out to Pap just to see if he hit me back. I got a Tunecore account too. So yeah, y'all, there you have it. Papoose @Tunecore, head of hip hop and rap. So if you're a hip hop artist, rap artist, and that's your area of expertise, I say take a shot in the dark, reach out to him, all right? Let me know what you guys think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Quit playing with me, all right? And go ahead and hit that bell for post notifications as well while you at it. Much love and respect, man. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Got my legal hustle, welcome to the trap. I could blow a stack, bet I make it back. You can hit my line if you need a track, but we can't even talk if it ain't about the bag. Got my legal hustle, welcome to the trap. I could blow a stack, bet I make it back. You can hit my line if you need a track, but we can't even talk if it ain't about the bag.